Well, good morning, Grace Church, on this November Sunday. Yes, we are in November. Let that sink in. Here we are, 2 months before we start a new year. But we are here to worship our magnificent God. And I don't know if any of you saw the sky driving into church this morning, but it was just spectacular. And it's those moments when we are brought out of maybe the context of all the stuff that just keeps bombarding us about that we're doing life together with. And let's see here, Curtis, do we have the handheld mic back there? I can grab that for you because I'm going to invite Marlis up. She wants to say a few words about the Crafts for Christ and the craft sale coming up very shortly, in about a month. Right? Make sure you hold it right up to your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning. We started Crafts for Christ in July. We had plenty of time. Now, today, it's like 5 weeks till, and we're calling it Bazaar Bakery. Kind of a little play on words. So, number one, we have a Christmas tree out in the narthex that has ornaments on it. And there are, for the most part, cookies to make for the bakery part. There's also some ones for like setting up and tearing down. So when you take one of those ornaments, there is a sign-up sheet so we know who is baking what to bring. Or who is going to help like set up and tear down. I've just gone blank. Okay, and if you have any crafts at home that you want to bring for the sale, you can bring those. And also, we did not put it on the tree, but if you feel like making like fudge or bars, you certainly can bring those. And we have boxes, bakery boxes that we can put the bakery stuff in. I think that's, we are still meeting on Tuesdays, doing crafts, 1 to 3 in the afternoon and 6:30 to 8 o'clock on Tuesday evening.
Wonderful.
He's helping the kitchen too, for the food.
Oh, that's right. Doris is heading up the kitchen. So if you want to help her in the kitchen, we are going to, I think, do pulled pork and hot dog sandwiches, like chips and drinks, just simple things to sell to people while they were here at the bazaar.
Yep. Wonderful. Thank you, Marlis, and thank you to everyone who's put in this hard work since July, thinking about Christmas in July, right? But also as a reminder that this bazaar bakery, as you called it, I like that, is really about honestly trying to help increase our standing as a church financially, right? All the proceeds are going to go to help bolster our situation and our circumstance, which is something that we need right now. So these women, mostly women, have put in so much time and effort to make this happen. So as a church, we all need to come together to make it a success. And that includes telling your neighbors, telling your friends. There's going to be some marketing stuff that we're going to do with this. So it's a way to get the word out and to also let people know we're here. We're a church. We exist, right? And you know what? We make some darn good crafts and we bake some darn good cookies, okay? And people are going to want to be a part of that. So, and then speaking of food, just another quick reminder. The community dinner is the third Wednesday of this month, and there'll be some stuff going out in the Knowing Grace about that. But just mark your calendar, third Wednesday of the month, 5:30. It's always a delicious endeavor that we get together for, and I can't remember who is leading that one this month. Val Weber's leading it. So she'll get the theme out, and we'll let you know, and we can come together over food and fellowship with that. Now, our morning introit. Now, you may not know, today is also All Saints Sunday. And so for the first half of our worship service, we are going to be celebrating and honoring the saints of faith who have come before us, the saints of faith who are currently in our lives now, the saints of faith that sometimes feel larger than life, faith who may have been marginalized or put on the sidelines because their message was too strong for our culture at the time. So all of those saints are on whose shoulders that we stand today as disciples of Jesus. So we're going to stand as you are able in body or spirit, and we're going to sing about these saints. You're going to turn to page 711 in your United Methodist hymnal, and we're going to sing verses 1, 4, and 6. I'm going to invite Gabe to come forward and help me as we now come to this time of ritual. Ritual is so incredibly important to us humans. We need ritual in order to transition. We need ritual in order to ground ourselves. We need ritual in order to feel in community with one another. And so this morning, you're going to have an opportunity as we come to acknowledge, right, the saints of faith that have been in our lives, that have gone on to glory, as they say, in the eternal love of God. And maybe there's saints like in your life today that are still living, right? People who you genuinely say their faith is so strong, faith makes me want to follow Jesus more boldly. The way that they show up in the world has impacted me and how I understand God in my life. So you're going to take this time to reflect. Who are they? What did they mean to you? What do they continue to mean to you? And when in the liturgy part, there's a pause where you get to actually say those out loud. And because Gabe here is going to help me light some of the candles, we ask that you just pause long enough so that Gabe can light a candle after each name. So if you rush too fast, he won't be able to light in honor of the name that's being said. So does that make sense? Just pay attention to making sure that Gabe has lit that candle and then say the next name, and he will continue to light the candle. I will also, after each name, I will sound the ringing bell, right? As a way to acknowledge that, there's a vibrancy in who they are still in your life and in our life. So this morning, and by the way, your responses are printed in your bulletin, and I'll let you know when to say response 1, and response 2, response 3, response 4, and response 5. But we begin this morning by remembering the great ancestors of our faith. From Abraham and Sarah to Paul and Phoebe, we say now this response number 1.
Ancestors of the faith, we remember.
We remember the prophets and the priests, the ministers of taught bond. Light one for Nancy. We'll get to the names in just a minute, but I'm still going to light one for Nancy for sure. We remember our grandparents and parents, aunts and uncles, those who have gone before us in our lifetime. And you respond.
Family of our faith, we remember you.
We lift up the memories of children and grandchildren, brothers and sisters, husbands and wives and parents whose lives end